We have a huge film reaction today. We're going to be looking over one of Nebraska's biggest wide receiver targets in the 2026 recruiting class, elite 6'4" pass catcher Ryan Mosley, and we're going to react to the best of the best from his high school highlights, and we're going to see what we have in store potentially for the next 3 to 4 years as a Nebraska route runner. And then I'm going to give you an exclusive update on his recruitment. So really quick, I am fired up to see his film. If you are to hit that like button. And also, if you support what I'm doing here on this channel, daily Husker football content, recruiting videos just like this and so much more, it takes 2 seconds and it really helps me out. Please hit that subscribe button. Once again, please hit that subscribe button. Helps me out so much. Thank you so much. But without further ado, let's get into it, going over Ryan Mosley's film. This is one of Nebraska's biggest wide receiver targets in this recruiting class. When Nikel Shorts got here, this is one of the first guys he offered. Big 6'4" pass catcher coming out of Carrollton, Georgia. Last year had 800 yards, over 50 receptions, 12 touchdowns. Let's just get things started. Again, every offer you can imagine. We'll talk about that at the end of the video. But man, let's just see this film because I'm excited to see what we got in store. Should be noted, his quarterback, familiar name to many, Juju Lewis, now with the Colorado Buffaloes, high 4-star. And you see that elusiveness, man. He's big. You see the frame, but he made a play for the catch there. He's fast, too. He has a nice frame. Again, he's 6'4", though, but he's about 210 pounds. He already has a bunch of good weight on him. That's a tough catch. All alone the right-hand side. Nice little move in man coverage. Goes up and gets it. Yes, dude. That's so important for a wide receiver, not only to be tall, but use your height to your advantage. Nice little double move. He takes that all the way. He got some good quickness. He has nice burst. You don't see that from guys his height all the time. Like, he is incredibly athletic. Little crosser down the middle. Finds a soft spot in the zone. Can he make something happen? He does make something happen. Once again, all alone. Like that. Yes. And that's something I love to see. Even though he's 6'4", they put him on a screen. They just know how to get their guy involved. They say, hey, I have a great pass catcher. We're going to give him the football no matter what. And let's see what his elusiveness can do. All the talk about his height, but he can also, make a play after the catch, and that's very important. We saw that from him. I always like to see if these wide receivers can run the entire route tree. I'm going to watch that. I've already seen a lot of it. We see a slant, we've seen screens, we've seen goes, we've seen crossers, we've seen plays like that where he breaks a million tackles. It's impressive stuff. "30-yard line, Juju Lewis takes a snap. Once again, soft spot in the zone. Man, he is a really, really good route runner. I'll say that as well. Impressed with his quick cuts. Again, you saw that double move earlier on in the video. Like, he knows just how to get open, dude. I'll just tell you this right now. This is the best wide receiver film I've seen in this 26 class so far. And that's saying something. We've looked over a bunch of really good players. Like, this guy is incredibly impressive. We're just getting started with this film. Low out. Good adjustment to get back to that football. Good catch. It's a tough catch. It's a good catch. Press man coverage. Let's see what he can do about this. There you go. Nice move on the line of scrimmage. Again, just a very fluid route runner. Very fluid. Believes at the top of your screen. Give him a little fade ball. Why not? Oh, a little crosser, but he'll take that no matter what. One more in here. A little jet sweep. Hey, why not? Well, that might have been a blocking highlight. I'm not sure. Oh, let me go back to this. Don't quote me. I think he was blocking. Yeah, he's number 4. So he was on the edge there blocking on that last one. There we go. You want to see a little bit of that in the film. A little bit of blocking. Hey, that was a tough block too. All right, guys, that is his film. Pretty short, but the stats speak for themselves. I think he just kind of wanted to put his best stuff in there. Let's talk about it, the pros, the cons, and then give you an update whether or not Nebraska has a real shot to land him. So overall, man, really, really impressed. Pros, the things you can't teach. The height is phenomenal. The speed's good. The quickness. I loved his route running as well. I always think it's important to look at, to see if they can run the entire route tree at such a young age. He did that. We saw a bunch. We saw double moves, goes, posts, comeback, screens, slants, ins, outs. He ran the entire route tree. That is so incredibly important. When I was looking over Ja'Cory Barney's film about a year and a half ago, I knew Ja'Cory Barney was going to be a stud, not because of his athletic ability, but because he ran the entire route tree. And when you know how to run all the routes at a high level, you're not a one-trick pony. A lot of times these guys are one-trick ponies. They only know how to run go routes. They only know how to run, these little slants. He knows how to run everything. So that's very important for his development. He's a physical. He can go high point that football. There's not many cons, if any. He's a really, really good player. He might just be underrated. He's top 200. He should be top 100. He's really, really good. Now, let's talk about his recruitment to Nebraska. Do we stand a chance here? Well, we absolutely do. He penned down an official visit for June 20th, but there's a bunch of other schools in the mix. He basically has a top 5, okay? Nebraska's in there, Texas A&M, South Carolina, Georgia, and then Penn State. Now, if you ask me, Georgia's right now the favorite. Georgia is right now the favorite. He's visited them 6 times. He's coming out of Georgia. And that's a tough team to turn down. But once again, DeKel Shorts, I'm going to tell you guys this all offseason long. He is going to work. DeKel Shorts is one of the best recruiters we've seen in Nebraska over the past 10 years. He's going to get some legit guys here. And it might be a Jabari Brady. It might be a Ryan Mosley. It might be a Nayland Scott, who we'll talk about in the future, right? There's a bunch of really, really good players that are coming on visits to Nebraska who are high 4-stars, who we're going to be at some good schools. So this is one of those guys I'd absolutely watch out for. But again, June 20th, that's going to be Nebraska's biggest recruiting weekend. You've got to impress him. There's going to be a little bit of a money factor involved here, as you'd imagine with a blue chip guy like him, especially with all these good schools involved, particularly Texas A&M, who's known to throw around money. But I like where Nebraska stands. And again, going back to his film, I'm sold. Speed, height, explosiveness, but he's also incredibly physical in the blocking game and go up and get jump balls. He's Cortez Mills on steroids. I like what I saw. Sign me up. Get Ryan Mosley to Lincoln, Nebraska. So, all right, guys, that was one of Nebraska's biggest targets in this recruiting class. Currently uncommitted, will be coming on an official visit. High 4-star receiver out of Carrollton, Georgia. Let me know your thoughts down below. Absolutely want to hear what you have to say. Hey, if you made this far in the video, you know what to do. Hit that like button and subscribe. As always, folks, go be Greg. Go Matt Rhule. I'll see you in the next one.